Hello, I'm Kari from Positive Choice Integrative Wellness Center, and today I'm going to lead you in a yoga workout for those who find themselves sitting a lot. So join me. First, I have two recommendations. First of all, pay attention to your body. If you feel any kind of a pain or anything that your body doesn't like, please don't push through that. You won't get hurt in yoga unless you don't listen to your body. And number two, if you find something that feels really good, like oh so good, remember it and then come back to it during your day, because this is for people who find themselves seated a lot. All right, so here we go. First of all, let's take your hands and push them together. So we're strengthening the bones in your hands, and this is a Namaste hands. And now what I'd like for you to do is just to rotate those hands over to one side, looking over your shoulder in the opposite direction. Nice little asymmetrical stretch for your neck and your shoulder here. And now we're going to the other side. So taking those Namaste hands to the other direction as your chin goes to the opposite shoulder. And then coming back to center. Let's just do that one more time. So Namaste hands, pushing those bones together, looking over one shoulder. And then coming back. And then other side. There we go. All right, let's take our hands and we're just going to make L's with them. And what I wanted to have you do is take it right here behind your back, on the lower part of your back. That is the area that we are going to be concentrating on. It is a fascia, and it gets really tight as we sit all day long. And so it's called the thoracic lumbar fascia. It's right here, and we're going to be concentrating on stretching that today. So let's start. Let's take our left hand, or whatever hand you want to use, and just put it on your chair. Your right hand is going to make a hitchhiker thumb. Now let's make an arc with this hand as we open up those fingers. It's like a rainbow. Hello. And you're going to follow with your head, looking at that hand. And now, just like we began with, let's turn our head the opposite direction and let's just do a couple head nods. And now look back towards your open hand, closing up those fingers as you bring it back around into an arch. Take that fist, putting it on your opposite knee, and just kind of roll that shoulder over there. Let's do that one more time. Hitchhiker thumb, and opening up those fingers as you reach around, looking at that hand the whole way. And now turning your neck and head opposite direction. Oh yeah, give a couple yeses. And then come look back at that open hand, closing those fingers, bringing it back around as you round that back, and that fist goes to the opposite knee. All right, same thing on the other side. So taking your opposite hand, hitchhiker thumb, and let's just do the same thing as you open up those fingers and reach it around. And then looking the opposite direction. We're going to give this side a try. And if you feel any tension, anything in that lower back that doesn't, or your neck, that doesn't feel right, don't do that. Pay attention to what your body's telling you. And now we're closing up that fist, rolling that shoulder forward. One more time. Hitchhiker thumb, opening up those fingers, reaching it around. Turning that neck to the opposite direction, giving a couple head nods. And now looking back at that open hand, taking those fingers, tucking them in, making a fist, and then we're going to roll over here. So we're just kind of warming up this neck and back and shoulders. And now we're going to get to that diamond. And so what we're going to do is have you come to the front of your chair and keeping your knees about hip distance apart. And to get to the top and the bottom of that diamond, cat-cow. So to do that, you're going to roll those shoulders forward, making that nice cat position. And then very gently coming back. All these stretches you want to do nice and slow so that your body has time to work into them. Looking up, there's your cow. And let's just come on back, doing a nice forward roll. And then coming back, looking back up. We're going to come back to these cat-cows. So for now, let's just do some shoulder rolls, warming it up. One way, and then we're going the other way. All right. So now to get to the side of that triangle, that diamond that we have down there, putting your hands here on your thighs or close to your knees, but not on your knees. Drop down with one shoulder. Come back up. So that's 1 point. Here's 2 points. Go back with the other shoulder. That's 3 points. And then coming back up, that's 4 points. So it's kind of making a 4-point star, if you want to call it that. Going this way, connecting, and you can stay there, or you can just let it loose a little bit and take it into a pot stir. We call this stirring the pot. So rolling it. So this really helps to get to the sides of that fascia that we're trying to stretch. Okay, and opposite direction. Go back around the other side. If you also want to let your hands go, you can just take your arms and do the same motion. You want to get all the sides of that pot. So it's a nice name for this exercise, stirring the pot. Great, we'll go one more time, and here we go. Let's take our hands back on our knees, or towards our knees, on our thighs here, and go back into that cat-cow. Now that we got the sides, let's go back to the top and the bottom, and just leaning it forward first, and then coming back, bending slightly, chest is up, and let's do that one more time, going forward, all right, let's take our hand on our shoulder now, and we are going to work a little muscle in there called your Quadratus lumborum QL muscle. All right, so here we go. Drop that elbow down to your hip, okay? And you want to inhale here. You're contracting that muscle. So inhalation, and then when you lift it back up, exhale. So let's try that again. Inhale that elbow down and exhale up. Let's do one more. That felt so good. So inhale down and exhale up. And now you can stay here, or you can put your hand on your head and just give it a gentle push, and or you can join me by putting that arm way up over your head. All right, let's do the other side. So that arm down, the other one on your shoulder, and you're going to first lift it up, and then you're going to reach down towards your hip. Inhalation. Exhale up. Inhale down. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale up. Go ahead and either place your hand here on your head or just reach it up and over. One thing that swimmers have the advantage of is stretching out that fascia. So we're going to do some swimmer arms. So let's just start with a backstroke. So using those arms, we're creating circulation in the back also. And let's go freestyle. So going forward, reaching it as if you're in that pool. And now we're just going to go right into the breaststroke. So bringing those arms around, up and over, forward, push to the side. All right, one more. Can't forget the butterfly. So up and around, up and around. So if you can't remember anything, think about, I could do some kind of a swimmer stroke while I'm sitting here in my chair to help my back. All right, good. So let's take our hands back to Namaste hands now. With your thumbs, come towards your chest, touching those thumbs to your chest. And just take your hands now, open them up, and then coming back. We're going to interlace your fingers now, pushing those palms forward, all the way up over your head. And now take those palms to the back of your head, and you're going to push back gently with your head to your hands, and push your hands into your head. And now we're going to rotate. So we're going back to that diamond in our lower back and working on the sides. So, and they call this the teapot, up and down. We're going to go one more in this direction. And then let's take your elbow towards me, one towards the back. So we're getting a nice twist. And then we're going to do the other side. Let's just do that one more time. So one elbow forward, one elbow back. Great. All right, so bringing those arms down, let's make sure our feet, our knees are back into hip distance apart. And we're going to have you now just fold forward. So when you fold forward, and this is really helping the spine and the health of the spine. So fold forward, but keep that back flat. Your chest is up, looking up first. And then when it feels so good, just go ahead and relax that head and neck. And if it doesn't feel good to be down this far, then just go as far as it feels good for you. And if you can either put your hand on your leg, or if you want to join me on the outside of your foot, placing that palm down. And you can just stay here, or you can join me by reaching your opposite hand up to the ceiling, looking up, opening up that chest, looking up at the ceiling, and coming back down, planting your opposite palm on the floor if you can reach it. If not, put it wherever it feels right for you. If you have a block, it might go really nice on that block. Looking up if you can, if that feels right for your neck. And we're just going to do one more on each side of those. Palm plants, arm up. Feel that nice twist. And one more time. Pulling up. All right. Now when you come back down to fold, just take your chin to your chest, roll up one vertebra at a time. There's no need to race on your way back up. There you have it. You just stretched out your thoracic lumbar fascia. And so we're going to end by just taking our arms back and our hands back to Namaste. And thank you for your time and for taking care of your body today. Namaste.